Here coordination entity is a neutral or ionic molecule that is composed of a central atom to which attached surrounded by ligands. That is, if we have a central metal atom, let us consider M is a central metal atom. Here we have L is a ligands which are surrounded around the central metal atom, and X is a number of ligands which are surrounded around the metal atom, and here N is the charge represents the charge present on the coordination sphere. So the total thing here is we can say it as coordination entity or coordination sphere. Here the term L, here the L represents the term ligand. Here ligand is a atom or ion or molecule which donates pair of electrons to the metal atom to form coordinate covalent bond. In general, coordinate covalent bond with central metal atom. Therefore we can say metal is Lewis acid and ligand is a Lewis base. Here in general, for metal complexes we have two types of valencies, that is primary valency and secondary valency. Here the primary valency is nothing but the ligands that are negative ligands, that is monodentate negative ligands or bidentate negative ligands should satisfy the primary valencies, and whereas secondary valency is nothing but the number of atoms that is ligands attached to the central metal atom is there may be a negative ligands or there may be a neutral ligands. Here we have two chloride ions and four aqua molecules, whereas here we have six amine ligands. So here the secondary valency is nothing but the number of ligands attached to the central metal atom. So here we have coordination number, here we have secondary valency is 6 and the primary valency is we have to consider only negative ligands, so we have 2. So here we again come to the new term, that is coordination number. This coordination is number is nothing but the sum of these valencies, that is we may take it is nothing but equals to the coordination number is equals to the secondary valency of that particular complex. Here we have 6 amine ligands are attached to the cobalt central metal atom. So the secondary valency is equals to 6, and also the coordination number for this central metal atom in this complex is 6. So similarly here we have 4 chloride ions attached to the platinum. So the primary valency and secondary valency both are same. Here they are both equals to 4 only, and here the coordination number is also equals to 4. So similarly you can find for these also. Okay, thank you. Here in metal complexes, now we are going to study about coordination polyhedron. That is, in generally we know that ligands are arranged in a specific positions around the central metal atom in these complexes, because when a metal atom is placed in the ligand solution, these ligands are oriented around the central metal atom in a specific position. They are bonded to the metal atom in a specific with a specific geometry. So we have, for example, we have hexaamine cobalt 3 complex. For these, here by using the some theories like VBT, valency bond theory, we can explain the structural type of that respective molecule. Here it has octahedral. Here for these complexes we have square planar, while for these we have tetrahedral. All these can be explained using the valency bond theory and crystal field theories, and all the theories we are going to study in upcoming videos. For now we have to know that for every metal complex there is a specific structural orientation should be there. Here the term ligand. Here we have different types of ligand, so we can download the list of ligands from the internet, or you can mail me, or you can message me through WhatsApp about the list of ligands. You can find anywhere else in the from intermediate textbooks to 10 plus 2, from 10 plus 2 to UG PG level books. Here we have many ligands in here. The ligands are classified based on their charge, based on their dentation, based on the ligating site, that is nature of bonding. Based on their charge means the ligands with neutral monodentation, with neutral bidentation, like that. Again with a negative bidentate, positive bidentate, negative monodentate, positive monodentate, like that. And some ligands are ambident in nature, because for example SCN, thiocyanate, it can has a character of bonding from from this sulfur, and it can also able to form through nitrogen. So that type of ligands are said to be ambidentate ligands. So you can download the PDF file from anywhere else, or you can refer the books for the list of ligands, because there are a huge list of ligands we cannot give through this video. So now we are going to discuss about the naming of coordination complexes. Here there are some particular rules one should follow while giving the names for coordination complexes. So before going to the IUPAC nomenclature for coordination complexes, we have to know how to find the oxidation state of particular complex. So for that I will upload a separate video based on this oxidation state concept. For now I will say one simple trick to find oxidation state. You can find you can learn it for now, and you can see that video later on. So now for example we have this complex. Here cobalt is having bonded ligands with chlorine and pentamine, and also two chloride ions outside the coordination sphere. So consider X is the oxidation state for cobalt, and we know that chlorine is a monodentate negative ligand. So -1 is the charge for one chlorine, and here amine is a neutral monodentate neutral ligand. So we have no charge for amine molecule, so 5 into 0, and here we have two chloride ions outside the coordination sphere. This we can say this as ionic sphere. So we have two chloride ions in the ionic sphere. So each chloride ion with -1 charge, each chloride ion with -1 charge. So we have +2 charge on this coordination sphere. So we can take like this. So X equals to +2 -1 goes to that side, becomes +1. So we have X equals to +3. So this is the oxidation state for the cobalt in this complex. So cobalt with +3 oxidation state in this complex. So now we have to follow some IUPAC rules for naming this complex. So first we have to give names for the ligands. Here we have ligand names are listed before the names of central atom. Here before giving the name for metal atom, we have to give the name for the ligands bonded to that metal atom. So while giving the names for these ligands, we have to follow alphabetical order of that particular ligand. Here we have chlorido, here we have chlorine and amine. So we have to give it is a monodentate, right? So we have to end its name with O, chlorido, instead of chlorine, because it is a monodentate negative ligand. These should be followed for every monodentate negative ligands, and it is a amine. So according to the alphabets, A comes first. So we have to give name for this ligand first, then followed by this. So we have 5 amines. So pentamine, chlorido, then cobalt, and now we have to represent the oxidation state of cobalt in this bracket. We can use this bracket, that is parenthesis bracket, or we can use kappa notation. So here we represent the oxidation state in this bracket, that is 3, and we should have to maintain one space. We have to give a space between these coordination sphere and this ionic sphere. So we should have to maintain some space, and we have to write chloride. So the total name is pentamine chlorido cobalt 3, and maintain some space and have chloride. So this is the way to give nomenclature for coordinated complexes. And there is another way of giving names for coordination complexes, that is the same rules are followed here, but we can directly represent the oxidation, instead of oxidation state we can directly represent the charge present on the coordination sphere in this bracket. Instead of oxidation state, we here use it to represent the charge present on the coordination sphere. So this is the second type of representation, or writing the IUPAC nomenclature for particular complex. Here see, pentamine chlorido cobalt, but instead of using the oxidation state, we have represented the charge present on the coordination sphere, that is +2. And next similarly, as like this, we have to give some space here and write the chloride. So similarly for another complex, here we have complex with iron as a central, and here in the ionic sphere we have potassium. So while giving name for some these metal complexes, first we have to give name for ions or molecules or complexes which is present in the cationic sphere, then followed by anionic sphere. So here we have potassium which is in the cationic sphere. So I have written with potassium in the first, then maintain some space, then we have 6 cyanido ligands, that is it is a monodentate negative ligand, so it should be end with ido, not ide, it should be end with ido. So hexacyanido. Next ferrate, because we should not write as iron because it is in the position of anionic sphere, so we have to end with ferrate. 8 should be added for those central atoms which are in the anionic sphere. So we know that this is cationic position and this is anionic position, because when we compare it with NaCl, here we should say that sodium chloride. So we are starting with sodium. Similarly here we start with potassium, then chloride, ide. Similarly here we have to give this for not iron, it should be like ferrate 8. If we have rm, that is gold, we should end with r8. So that should be followed while giving name for metal complexes. And finally we have to represent the oxidation state. Here we have +4 and here -6. So +4 plus x minus 6 equals to 0. So it should be +2. So it will become 0 because it is a coordination sphere with zero oxidation, with zero charge. So we have to equalize to 0. So +4 -2 -6 equals to. I will upload another video for oxidation state for all compounds including metal complexes and also for other inorganic compounds. So you can try yourself for these following metal complexes, how to give naming, and you can verify the answers I have written here for every molecule. So please share your feedback about my explanation. If it is not clear, I have to improve it. So thank you.